Hey everyone, J-Funk here, and I'm coming at you today with another Nyalotha kill vid, this time from a different perspective, the Brewmaster perspective. The reason being, and I know the first question you're having, J-Funk, why are you playing Brewmaster? Is Windwalker dead? No, concerned viewer, Windwalker is not dead. You see, VEXIONA, the strategy that my guild used for VEXIONA is a 3-tank strategy, which means that I am the third tank, which means I'm in charge of tanking the boss. But it also means that I have the fun tank job because I get to pick up the orbs that are dropped when you kill a void descendant, and I get to laser beam all over the ads, and that's a great feeling. So I don't even feel bad about tanking this fight. Though if you're coming here for Windwalker tips, I can try to help out based on what I saw, but I haven't done this fight on Mythic as Windwalker Monk, so I can only give such limited advice. So, for example, for Windwalker, you probably want to use your cooldowns when the ads come out. If you're focusing on ad damage, which you probably should be as Windwalker because your boss damage is going to suck no matter what. So focus on ad damage. Cooldown you don't want to cooldown the last set of ads here as Windwalker because the tank is going to meme beam those and get them down to like half HP. So you're going to get as much value. You probably want to cool down either the first or second set of ads because that's usually where people have the most trouble. There is a new ad in Mythic, the Iron-Willed Enforcer. You want to avoid the AoE, the Twilight. I don't know what the AoE is called. Brutal Smash, I think. You want to avoid that because if you get hit by that, you will most certainly die. At the very least, you'll get stunned. You won't die, but you'll be very low on health and stunned for like 5 seconds. So that's even almost worse than dying. Other than that, this fight's pretty straightforward in the ad phase. In the phase 1, it's just another set of ads, and it's just optimizing the dance here more than heroic. Now, what really changes is phase 2. Now, from a tank perspective, phase 2 changes a lot. So I drag the boss to Skull, and then you kind of, as a tank, you just look where the Twilight Decimator is going to be, and you just walk to the other lane. And then every so often, she'll cast... what's it called? There's like a tank debuff called Desolation or something like that. You want to have people soaking that. Otherwise, you will get many stacks and die. Now, what I did, and this is probably a bit greedy, I ended up running Azeroth and Dying Gift because I found that I needed the extra, like, cooldown on a short cooldown. I could have ran Dampen Harm on this fight, but I wanted, like, a short cooldown. Like 45 seconds. So I wanted to use that to help mitigate the Twilight Breath and the Despair. So how this tank works as a tank is that when you get there's a tank debuff called Despair, and the other tank, the reason why we're 3-tanking this, the other tank will taunt off, and at the end of this debuff that does a lot of damage, it will do my missing HP as damage to everyone in the raid. So having a healer cooldown there or a tank cooldown of some kind to help mitigate that damage helps a lot. And in the later phases, I'm going to have a lot of stacks of this Twilight Corruption, which is doing a lot of damage to me. And what I end up doing in the last phase is I end up waiting until after the second Desolation. So the boss is going to do a second Desolation. The rogues are going to help me soak that. Then after the rogue soak, she's going to do a breath right after that. And then as she's casting the breath, I use my orb, which eliminates all the stacks, so I drop like 60 stacks. So like right before that point, I use all my cooldowns, so I mitigate all the damage that I possibly can. But from a DPS perspective, this fight is a lot of just ad killing, and just a lot of pad on ads as much as possible if you can. I'd probably run like AoE. If you're DPS in this fight, I'd probably want AoE focused corruptions if you're having trouble with the ads, and if you want to parse. Like Twilight Devastation, Lash of the Void, that kind of thing would be really good on this fight. Other than that, it's just standard melee stuff. As melee is pretty easy in this fight. You just kind of have to cleave the ads and do the mechanics everyone else has to do. But I think it's enough talking for me. In terms of 3-tank fights, I believe Il'gynoth, we're currently progressing as a 3-tank fight, so that'll also be a Brewmaster POV. But for the rest of the fights coming up, it'll be Windwalker once again. So don't worry, we'll be getting right back to Windwalker soon enough. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoy the rest of the kill. If you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.
Stand there. Nope. Oh, we faced.
We faced.
Start,
Second pot.
get ready to move to the stairs.
Are you ready to move?
Yeah. No, we're back to the left hand. No. We all need to be in that room. One batch for one.
Watch J-Funk come on already.
Move now. Back to mid.
I have a
Hunter, get ready. Hunter.
I'm ready to move.
Don't need to be that far in this mid lane.
Move now. Back to stairs. Move out.
I'm using Fort Brew.
This one's a rogues, right?
Yeah, as we're moving.
As we're ready to move. Move now. Move now.
Rose. Sit down, sit down.
I'm using my thing.
Ready to move.
Okay, my stacks are gone.
Now. Back to stairs.
Let's go this way. John got feared. Oh, I live. Using my trinket. Kill the boss.
Melee, melee.
Nice.
Let's get this bread.
Jeez, plays.